Hey everybody, I'm here with Colby Freeman, and it's time to get to know him a little bit because, to be perfectly honest with you, I really don't know him. So I'm looking forward to asking some questions and getting some answers and getting to know you. So welcome, Colby. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So let's get real basic. Like, okay, we just bellied up to the bar, and I'm going to buy the first one, but I need to know where you're from, what's going on, what are you doing in Nashville, how long have you been there, all that kind of stuff. So kind of hit me from the beginning.
All right. Well, I'm originally from Illinois, and I moved.
Whoa. I did not know that.
Really?
So where in Illinois?
The Bloomington area.
Okay, so I'm from northern suburbs of Chicago, so Glenview. Okay, I went to Loyola Academy for high school. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to El Paso High School, but I moved to Tennessee when I was 15. So.
Okay, all right, gotcha. So are you loving the whole Nashville thing, or are you in Nashville because it's where your career needs to just kind of grow?
Oh, no, I love Nashville. I love the outskirts of Nashville. It's like 22 acres where we live, so
yep.
Very, very, very peaceful compared to Nashville.
So when you've got 22 acres to just kind of sprawl on, like what are you doing? Are you hunting on your own land?
Oh.
Yeah? Like what do you
I've tried to get deer, but they seem to be a little smarter than me.
I don't know the typical IQ of a deer, but I hear they're tough to track down.
Oh,
so
this monster buck definitely is.
So are you like literally getting teased by him? Is he like showing up at the worst times in the worst places?
Yep. As soon as I go out there, he's already walking away.
Now, what in Nashville are you allowed to? Gosh, I shouldn't say this kind of stuff because it's going to be recorded. Are you allowed to bait? Are you allowed to put like apples out or like?
No.
But you can like grow plot.
Oh yeah, you can grow them, but you can't.
But you can't like really kind of draw them in a little closer. Do you bow hunt or you gun hunt?
I have a crossbow, but I do have a rifle as well, so I do a little both.
So crossbow, is that something that you're allowed to get a license for? And can you crossbow during bow season?
Yep.
No matter what, like physicality, like in the state of Wisconsin, I don't know if it's true anymore, but the only way you could crossbow hunt is if you had like a doctor's or you were older than a certain age, or you had like a shoulder surgery situation that you couldn't draw back on the bow. So in Wisconsin, it used to be at least, that you could only crossbow if you were older or had some kind of physical issue that you couldn't draw back.
I have no idea about that.
So
Tennessee.
So crossbow looks like it's a ton of fun. You could just go out and like target shoot with it?
I mean, yeah, sometimes I do right before the season starts. But
like apples off of people's heads and stuff?
No.
None of that stuff? No. Yeah, that's all right. I mean, I'd actually like to film that. That'd make great content. Win or lose. I mean, miss or hit. I mean, that's going to be good content. So tell me a little bit about some of your influences / types of music that you like that don't really have anything to do with country music.
Oh. Okay.
All right. You thought this was going to be like, lob ball, boom, home run, left field, that kind of thing. No, outside of country music, what kind of stuff have you listened to and really kind of drawn from?
So my very first concert was Leonard Skinner.
Okay, that's solid.
I got that from them, but I'd say probably like Nickelback and like alternative music and stuff. Growing up is what I used to listen to. All
right, question for you. It's been a little bit in the news, especially here in Wisconsin, because Nickelback played one of the country festivals. So what's your thought on Nickelback playing a country? Because officially, like he crushed. They crushed, and everybody was like all about it, and it was like a massive crowd, and they were loving it. Does it seem? Do you like to see other genres of music kind of crisscrossing over?
I do. Kind of like Hardy, I really like that.
Good point.
But Nickelback, I feel like is more so rock than country.
They are, for sure. For sure.
Because like, when I think of country, I think of like the accent, the twang, and everything like that.
Yep.
Like, Nickelback really doesn't have that, but Hardy still does.
Yes.
And he's still a redneck. Like,
yeah, and he'll flat out say he is. I mean, he like lives it, owns it. I got a chance to meet him, and he is one of the most down-to-earth, nicest guys that's out there. So I mean, when you see some of these A-list artists that are out there and you feel that they're kind of unapproachable, Hardy's like literally, if you see him someplace and it's kind of peaceful and you're not going to draw a lot of attention, he's the kind of guy like go ahead, go up and like introduce yourself, because he's a fantastic human. So tell me a little bit about how long you've been writing music, your own stuff, co-writing, and like when did you feel like you started to come into like something that you wanted to actually put out there for people to listen to?
So I've been writing for about 1.5 years now.
Okay.
A lot of my stuff I love co-writing because I have ADHD. So when I do a solo write, I always lose track of like where I'm going with it or anything like that. So it's always nice to have a co-write. But when I first started playing guitar, I was 17. So I've only really been doing it for, I suck at math, but probably
handful
6
of years.
Yeah,
handful of years. So how many songs do you have like right now that you're like, man, I really want to go in the studio, I want to record these, I want these to get out there?
I have about 12 to 15 songs I could go to the studio and
that's awesome.
That I really like, but I've written probably 60 songs in the past 1.5 years.
Some that you could just go back and still have to do some work on and see if you can breathe some life into them. That's awesome. Where have you been kind of finding yourself wanting to take the next steps in your career? Because you're early on in your career. What are you looking at as far as like full band, going out, playing 10 shows, 15 shows on a tour, that kind of stuff? Is that something you're working on now, or are you just trying to solidify your songwriting, do the writer's round type thing, and just kind of network? Where are you like trying to be right now?
So honestly, that sounds amazing, but I know it doesn't just happen like that overnight. And I know you got to do the hard work first before you're able to do that. And right now I'm working on collecting me a band. I've got a drummer, but everybody else loves playing Broadway shows, and
it's the money. It's the tough thing about Nashville is it's not a cheap area to live. If you want to be within range, and you got to pay the bills, and songwriting is usually happening during working hours, normal working hours, right? And you got to find a way to pay the bills, so you end up playing at night and go get the money, tip gigs on Broadway, and then you're just exhausted.
Oh yeah.
And then you can't lose your slots on Broadway because you've got, show dates and weekend gigs. It's like that tough habit to break kind of a thing.
It is.
Because you've got to make that income and it's got to offset. And as a younger artist, in a lot of cases, you don't end up getting the big paying gigs. So it's really challenging. It's not easy. People don't understand how tough it truly is. It's not just about going out, living your dream, and writing good music. It is the balance of real life situations that makes it difficult every day.
Exactly.
What type of songs are you finding yourself writing more of? The heartbreak songs, the back road kind of dirt road stuff? Like what kind of vibe do you find yourself writing music for?
So normally this is how I put it. A lot of people tell me I need to write happy songs, and I agree with them, but my thought process on it is, if I'm happy, I don't want to get it off my chest. Like I want to keep that. And then I'll write down the stuff that makes me sad, that way others know that they're not alone, and that way they have something to connect to, even with music. Because when I release Down, I've gotten many people to message me and be like, hey, I just want to let you know this song changed my life. And like, that's what I really do it for, is not for me, but for others. I've never heard anybody put it the way you just did, where when you're kind of down, that's what you want to get off your chest. When you're happy, you're like, I'm good. Like it's not like kicking an inspiration in to write something about it. That makes a lot more sense to me, because a lot of people are just like, oh, this is the time in my life and these are my emotions and stuff. You're a little bit more purposeful in kind of the way you're looking at it, that's awesome. I've never heard anybody put it that way. What are you? You're gonna be playing some music here tonight. What are some of the songs that you're going to play? Is everything unreleased, or do you have some stuff it's out there for people to listen to? So I've only got one song released right now, and that's Down. But I plan on recording She Makes Me Happy soon, which is a happy song.
Look at that. Yep.
And I actually did use exactly what I just told you in one of the verses, is they told me to write a happy song. And I love it because it does make me happy, but it still sounds sad. Yep. But I mean, that's just kind of vibe that I have, like a Zach Bryan kind of. Do you find yourself being compared to a Zach Bryan as far as a lot?
Because the way that you kind of almost like tell a story when you're singing really kind of lays into that. Do you find yourself kind of Americana country?
Oh yeah, like folk Americana. mix between Tyler Childers, Zach Bryan,
Yeah.
and then blues as well.
So when did you start playing? Is guitar the only instrument you play?
Yes.
And when did you start playing it? Did you say 17?
Yeah, I was 17.
Did you take lessons or did you just
I
pick
took
it up?
like maybe 4 months worth of lessons, and then just
And
learned
just peeled
everything
off.
else myself.
And when you're writing music and you've got a song in your head, are you picking up the guitar or are you just
yeah.
going with the lyrics first and then figuring out what?
Definitely the guitar's in my hand. I always say that the guitar talks to me and allows me to come up with the inspiration and words to all my songs.
So when it comes to inspiration, just on a life basis, as far as what kind of has driven you into thinking that you've got the strength and the support to actually give this career path a chance? Because I mean, there's a lot of things that people are like, I'm just gonna get the job, I'm gonna increase my income because I'm doing a good job, I'm showing up on time and I'm doing hard work and I'm gonna make more money and I'm gonna get a better apartment, a better condo, I'm gonna get a house, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna this, and going that direction. What is the support, the foundation, and that kind of driving force that makes you feel confident that you can breathe into this career and give it a chance? Where does that come from for you?
So for me, it comes from a number of things. Number one is my family. They've always been there to support me and everything. And then my girlfriend as well. She's not missed but 2 shows that I've played.
That's awesome.
And I have a little girl as well, and she's only 2 years old. And I'm just thinking of like, what would it be like if I was the parent, like, and she wanted to chase that dream?
Yep.
Like, I don't want to give up on me, and I won't give up on her. So,
well, I don't know a better way to end a little back and forth than that. So I'm going to leave it there because that should be a song. By the way, I don't know if you've already written that, but if I'm not going to give up on myself, figure that out. Okay, that's a song. I love that. It's been great to get to know you. I'm looking forward to seeing more from you in the next year and the new songs that you've got that are going to be coming out. And I'm really excited to see you playing on this stage later tonight. Thanks for coming to Interstate Music, and you're officially now part of the family. So
appreciate
it.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Colby Freeman. This is Interstate Music, and now you know him a little bit better, just like me.